In the early hours of one fine morning, Junior decided to get his tires dirty and train for the upcoming mini four-wheel drive monster truck race. But in the heat of the moment, a loud noise echoed from behind him. Nothing could have prepared him for what was about to happen next.
What's going on, guys? It's Ari here. Welcome back to another episode of RC Blocker. In the previous episode, we built the Black Edition Lunchbox. We painted him up, upgraded some parts, and this thing turned out fully sick. It's running a 19,000 RPM GT tuned motor, Power HD 20 kilo servo, and we've hooked it up to the Sanwa MT44 transmitter. So a few bells and whistles to keep us entertained. Let's take him out on its first run and see if this car still lives up to all the hype that everyone was raving about in the 80s. Oh, and one more thing, guys, I added in a little bit of a side story. Junior's gone missing. Lunchbox needs to find him. So let's do it.
Lunchbox arrives at the scene of Junior's last known GPS location. There is no sign of him. Fear raced through the lunchbox. He knew if there was any chance of finding Junior, he would first have to find the Midnight Pumpkin.
Alright guys, we're at the beautiful Georges River. We've got the Lunchbox right here, and look at this mad place that I found. The layout is we're going to start over there. So there's a bit of dirt road going onto grass through the trees. We're going to go across this park, and then there's the boardwalk. So a little bit of scenery. We've got the river right next to us. The jetty's over here where we're going to finish off, and it should be fun. This thing just looks absolutely beautiful, and I'm a little bit scared. Everything's all wet, so definitely going to get dirty today. It's all about having the fun, eh? Dirty or not, we're doing it. We've got our mission on our hands. Junior is around here somewhere, and Lunchbox needs to find him. So we're going to start exploring and having fun while we're doing it. All right guys, let's do it. First run. Oh, it's speeding. It's just speeding everywhere, bouncing around. I'll tell you what, guys, first impressions. The wheelies, it's pretty fun, but I gotta admit, it's not that much quicker than the Midnight Pumpkin with the sport tune motor. Oh, it's dirty already, getting wet. Oh, I gotta admit, but the wheelie action. Oh, man, this car's all laughs. All laughs. I love it. Guys, I gotta say, man, first impressions, like the GT tuned motor has got a little bit more torque than the sport tune, and you can feel it. Like, it's really punchy off the mark. The front end is just popping a little bit more than the Pumpkin, but speed wise it's not too much difference. So, but we'll see when we hit like a bit of on road and, you know, on the boardwalk too. We'll hit some top speed over there, but for now this thing's great. Just having fun with it, and it is, guys. It's a lot of fun. Lunchbox puts a smile on your face for sure.
With determination in his heart, Lunchbox pushes his GT-tuned motor to its limits, following the trail, scouring the land, in search for any sign of missing Junior.
All right guys, just a quick pit stop. We're next to the water. Look at this mad place. Got the car right here on the bench. Oh guys, this thing is just, it's fun, man. It's fun. The wheelie action is fantastic. It just keeps popping. Like, you're driving and you pull the trigger all the way and the front end just lifts, and then it starts going for quite a few meters before it lands back down. So this thing, man, is so good. The torque, the extra torque on that GT tuned motor does a bit of a difference. Anyway guys, I just wanted to say the story that I've put in here, I know I wanted to make this video 90% real and 10% not. Yeah, it's just more of a like a big thank you for you guys for supporting the channel, man. Like we're getting close to 100 subs, so that's why I thought I'll do something like this, just something a little bit different, something a bit special, you know. And we'll probably be doing things like that when we hit like a certain milestone. So yeah, I'm blown away. So I just want to thank you guys, man, so much. I just want to say a bit of a story. We'll drive and we'll talk. So when I was young, my neighbor had the Grasshopper, I had the Hornet, and one of the kids down the road had the Lunchbox. And you know, I always used to think back then, man, why don't you get a Hornet? You know, it's a little bit quicker, you have more fun with it because it's faster. And I was wondering why he would never trade his car for a Hornet, and I couldn't understand why. Now I understand. What he used to do was, we used to drive around the cars and he used to be behind us, and whenever one of us crashed or flipped upside down, well, guess what? You're getting stamped over with a Lunchbox. And that's what he was waiting for. And you know, while we were pulling our hair out thinking, oh no, this bloke has got one smile on his face when his car just rolls straight over ours, man. And I can see why he loved the Lunchbox, but yeah. Guys, what an adventure so far, man. Look at this place. The water's right here. There's this boardwalk. This is fantastic. Lunchbox right there. We started, if you can see, all the way down there, the park, gone through, and we're just following this boardwalk. Fantastic, man. What a place to bring an RC car down here and just follow the path and turn it into a little adventure. Can't go wrong with it. This is great. It's these kind of things that put a smile on your face that I think we need more of. Oh, and a little bit of dirt. Yeah. Oh mate, on the dirt, it's spinning. It doesn't want to turn. Oh shit. Oh man, laugh, mate. Alright guys, I just want to say a couple of things with this car. The steering is not the best, but it all depends what we're comparing it to. Like if you're comparing it to cars from the 80s and even the 90s, it's actually alright. The only thing that's holding this one back is the Power HD servo. Like that's only a cheap servo. 20 kilos, it's got the torque, but it doesn't have the speed. So you can really feel that when you're trying to turn and it's taking a while for the wheels to come over. But like I said, man, like for what we're doing it, driving it around here on the boardwalk, on the grass, you know, on the road, it's perfect. It's all right. Like, you know, you can take it around exactly where you want. If you're putting it on the racetrack, well, that's a different story. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, this car's just all fun, man. And that's what we're having right now. It's great. I'm loving it.
The search for missing Junior continues. Lunchbox has searched far and wide, on the track and off the beaten path. He is wet. He is cold. Does he have enough juice in his batteries to find him? Time is running out.
All right guys, just some final thoughts on the car. This thing was just amazing. We had a ton of fun with it today. The wheelie action is insane. It's just always popping the front end up, man. Maybe that's because of the GT tune motor, I'm not sure, but it doesn't seem a lot quicker than the pumpkin with a sport tune. So very, very close. This will be really interesting when we pin them up against each other, eh? The steering, I think that servo lets it down a little bit. It's not as responsive as I wanted. It's a little bit too slow. I think the torque is there, but it's just a little bit too slow. I mean, but at the end of the day, for what we're using it for, it doesn't really matter how fast it is, but definitely if you put a quicker servo in there, the steering will be a lot more responsive and you'll probably have that little bit more fun with it. But that's no biggie. The kit is a super fun build, very easy, and it goes together like you get excited as the car's going together. It starts looking beast, and after you do the paint job, put the body on, oh mate, it's just amazing. We understand now all the hype from back then, man. This car just constantly leaves you with a smile on your face, and that's what it's all about, and that's what these cars are all about. All these old school classics, man, and that's exactly what this is. Would I trade it for something else? No chance, man. This thing is going on the shelf and it's coming out when I just want to have a little bit of fun. So yeah, interesting day. We'll wrap up the video here. We'll leave you with the finishing scene of our little story. So if you enjoyed the Black Edition Lunchbox video, make sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe for more content, and check us out on Instagram, guys. That's where we post all the in-betweens from one video to another. So the build, photos of the build, little stories. You'll know where we're up to during the week with the build and when the next video is going to come out. So yeah, it keeps you in the loop. So if you like what you see here, make sure to check us out over there. And we'll see you next time on RC Blocker.
Lunchbox comes across a set of tire tracks that lead into the dark forest. The trees loomed overhead, casting eerie shadows on the forest floor. Suddenly in the distance, Lunchbox could see a faint glimmer of light. As he approached, he saw Junior tied up and guarded by the wicked Midnight Pumpkin. He knew now that was the plan all along. A plan to lure out the Lunchbox and challenge him to a race to see who is the #1 monster truck. To get Junior back safely, he would have no choice but to accept.